Good morning, happy Tuesday. Today I'm going to be recording 2 chapters because I recorded chapter 5 and watched it after it uploaded last night, and it was hard to see, and honestly my dog was barking for most of it, so I figured I would re-record it today plus chapter 6 so that you would have 2 chapters again. Okay? So, happy Tuesday. I will see you guys later, or I've already seen you, depending on how long it takes this to upload onto YouTube. Hope you're enjoying the book. So far, I really am. I'm kind of enjoying the idea that you could go into a fairy tale. It kind of gets my creative juices going. Okay? Here we go. Chapter 5. This is called A Game of Croquet. Wow, Robin says, this is the most beautiful garden I have ever seen. It's true. The garden was bright green and carefully tended. There were brick paths lined with red roses and little white benches to sit on. The hedges were in amazing shapes, like boats and animals. The entire garden smells of freshly mowed grass and sweet flowers. I feel like we're in a dollhouse or a doll garden. Everything around us was our size, tiny. You know who would love this garden? My dog Prince. He'd be chasing after butterflies and sniffing the tree roots and eating stuff. He really likes to eat flowers. The neighbors aren't the biggest fans. Maybe it's better that he's not here. I look up at the sky. It's light blue and filled with dancing, fluffy clouds. Seriously, the clouds are dancing. A pair of clouds shaped like fluffy people are doing what I think is the waltz. In the distance, I see what looks like a castle. It has turrets and everything. The only thing, the castle is all red. Amazing, I murmur. The garden is okay, Penny scoffs. The garden at my summer house is great too. Of course she has a summer house. Robin is running from flower to flower, sniffing each one. This is so fab. I can't wait to go to the tea party and to meet the Mad Hatter and the Queen. And Alice. Do you think we'll get to meet Alice? Oh my goodness, we might get to meet Alice. That's true, I say. It would be cool to meet Alice. I'm not sure I want to meet the Queen, though. Isn't she supposed to be evil? Anyway, we need to focus on Frankie. I wish I knew what time it was in Smithville. I usually wear my watch when I go into a story, since it keeps track of time back home. But I didn't put my watch on this morning. And if I'm not back by 5:30 when my mom comes to pick me up, my parents are going to freak out. And so will Robin's parents, and Frankie's, and Penny's nanny. Crumbs, I need a watch. Then I remember, Robin, I call, what time does your phone say? She takes it out of her pocket. It says 6 o'clock. Is that possible? I don't think so, I say. It might have gotten messed up in the fall. Or maybe there's a time difference here, she says. My phone always changes to local time. Right. It could be 6 o'clock in Wonderland. I look around the garden, but I don't see anyone. I wonder why we're even here. When Mary Rose sends me and Jonah into a fairy tale, she always has a reason. Not that we find out the reason ahead of time, or sometimes ever. I'm getting a bad feeling. I can't explain it. Yeah, the garden looks pretty, but there's something off at the same time. I just want to find Frankie and go home. Guys, look, Robin says. Her face lights up. I glance over at where she's pointing. Cards? Cards! Like the ones we used to play Crazy Eights. Except these cards are walking around. They're two-dimensional and made out of shiny cardboard. And they have heads and arms and legs. And we're the same size as them. They're human size. Oops, no. We shrank, so we are card-sized. 3 card people are standing near us. I can see a little black leaf in the corner, in each of the 4 corners of the card bodies. So they're spades. Are they holding paintbrushes? I squint to see better. They are! One of them is holding a can of red paint. Off to the side, I see another card. 2 of the spades, biting the nails on his left hand. The 2 of spades, is biting the nails on his left hand. He's also holding a paintbrush. He looks worried about something. Penny, Robin, and I tiptoe closer. We're behind a big red rose bush. The spades are standing on the path, edged with perfect white rose bushes, and they're talking. The 2 of spades is in big trouble, the 3 of spades says. He dips his paintbrush into the can, and then he brushes the red paint over the white rose. Then another, really big trouble. The 5 of spades agrees. He also dips the paintbrush in the can of red paint and starts painting a white rose. He's gonna lose his head for sure, the 7 of spades says. He's holding 2 paintbrushes and paints 2 white roses red at once. Unless we finish in time, 2 says, rushing over to dip his paintbrush into the can 5 is holding. He starts painting roses very quickly. I can see he's missed a petal. Well, don't be sloppy about it, 2, 5 says, or the queen will know and will get beheaded. I cringe. Beheaded? I whisper. Seriously? Robin cringes too. Penny nods grimly. The queen is not messing around, she says. She's mean. Shivers run down my back. Then we have to get out of here. Pronto. We need to find Frankie. Where could she be? I hope she's okay. Even if she knows the story, she's probably still completely scared. Does she play croquet? Penny asks. Huh? There's a court over there. She points ahead to the manicured lawn. I can make out a white stake in the middle of the grass and more card people milling around holding sticks. I've seen croquet on TV a few times before my dad switched the channel. It's kind of like mini golf. You know, knock the ball through an arch instead of hitting into a hole, and you use a wooden mallet, a stick with a rounded end instead of golf club. I don't think Frankie plays croquet. I say, I've never played croquet, and Frankie is even less athletic than I am. I'm not sure she's even ever played mini golf. Let's check it out, Robin says excitedly. I remember the croquet scene from the movie. It's hilarious. Is it the same in the book, Penny? Probably, she says with a shrug. Okay, let's go. There is no sign of Frankie, though. We have to keep moving, I say. Robin claps. Yay! It's strange traveling through a story with Robin, as it is a little bit like traveling with my brother. She's so excited about everything, except she's less obsessed with ketchup. We walk through the garden toward the croquet lawn, passing a couple more card people. No one says anything to us or seems to think it's weird that we're here. Maybe nothing is weird in Wonderland because everything is weird in Wonderland. When we get to the croquet area, I blink. I blink again. Yep, everything is weird in Wonderland. And what I'm seeing now is the weirdest thing yet. Instead of holding a wooden club, the Ace of Diamonds is holding a flamingo. Yes, a real live flamingo. The card person is playing croquet with a pink bird. At least the flamingo is card sized too. And I step a bit closer to make sure I'm seeing what I think I'm seeing. The cards are using hedgehogs as balls. Yes, hedgehogs. Those roundish critters with little snouts, black noses, and prickly brownish fur that I've occasionally seen in my yard. These hedgehogs are about the size of my shrunken feet. I watched the ace of diamonds hold the pink flamingo upside down and use its long neck and head as a mallet. He knocks the flamingo against the hedgehog, which goes rolling into... Nope, it can't be, but it is. The rectangular goal is not a piece of plastic like I thought. It's another card person. This one is a 5 of diamonds, and he's bent over sideways to form an arch with his palms and his feet. That can't be comfortable. Yes! The ace of diamonds cheers. Score! The hedgehog rubs its ear with the edge of its tiny paw and then runs off behind a bush. Come back here this instant, hedgehog. The 5 of diamonds, still bent over, demands. The hedgehog does not come back, but there are many more hedgehogs, all waiting patiently for their turn. I clear my throat. Sorry. Excuse me, I ask the 8 of diamonds, standing nearby. Have you seen a girl around here? She has dark hair and dark skin and red glasses. His head shakes. I don't believe I have, he says, but I am often wrong. I say, not sure if that's a no or a maybe. Would you like to play, he asks. Sure, Penny says, just as I say, no thank you. Come on, Penny says. We're here anyway. One quick game? Yeah, Robin says. Maybe the game will lead us to Frankie. I don't want to waste time, I say. She just doesn't want to lose, Penny mutters. Excuse me? I say, turning towards her. You just don't want to lose, she repeats. I get it. You've never played croquet before. You wouldn't be good at it. If I were you, I wouldn't play either. I snort. Like you've played before? She flips her ponytail. Of course I have. I'm quite good. Sure you are, I mutter. I am. Guys, stop fighting. Abby's too scared, Penny says. I'm not. Are too. The steam builds inside of me. Fine. You want to play? I'm ready. I march over to where a bunch of flamingos, this is my favorite part, it's so funny. Bunch of flamingos are standing around stretching their legs. One flamingo huffs when he sees me. I don't blame him. Being a piece of sports equipment does not seem like much fun. I pause. Without hesitating, Penny reaches under a feathered belly and picks up one of the flamingos. She turns it upside down, and the bird starts flapping its wings. Stop that flapping, she orders. You better behave. Cut out, Penny says. She finally gets the bird to stop flapping. But just as she's about to swing the flamingo's head against the hedgehog by its feet, the hedgehog takes off running in another direction. I giggle. What can I say? It was funny. Penny grumbles to herself. Okay, big shot. Let's see how you do, Abby. Oops. The flamingo walks right up to me. Does this mean he wants to be smacked against a hedgehog? How bad could it be? I pick up the flamingo the way Penny did and turn him upside down. I look at the hedgehog by my foot. Here goes, I say. Maybe if this is how they played croquet on TV, my dad wouldn't have switched channels. Wait! The arched over card goal says. My foot's asleep. He straightens up and rubs his foot. Then he gets back into position. Okay, you can go. I aim, I shoot. I totally miss. Both the flamingo and the hedgehog burst into laughter. And so do all the card people. Great. Just great. That was worse than me, Penny says. Robin, your turn. Robin's flamingo does as it's supposed to, and her hedgehog rolls toward the goal. Yay, you! I say. Robin takes the bow. I refuse not to be good at this, Penny snaps, grabbing another flamingo. She aims, she hits, she scores. The hedgehog rolls right into the goal. So annoying. Yes! Penny shouts. I rule at croquet. Do you think they give out trophies? Don't let the queen hear you say that, the three of diamonds warns. She likes to win. The thing is, I like to win too. I wouldn't mind a trophy. It would look really good in my bedroom. Or maybe I could bring it to school and just put it on my desk. So Penny has to see it every time she passes me. I need to try this for real. I pick up another flamingo. I quickly line up my shot and whack the flamingo against the hedgehog. I watch as the hedgehog rolls just left of the arch card goal. Crumbs! Aw, don't feel bad just because I scored and you didn't, Abby, Penny says, which obviously does make me feel bad. I shake it off. So what if she's better at weird croquet? I bet I would be better at it with actual sticks instead of animals. I got a hole-in-one at mini golf. So what if the other holes took me 5 tries? Anyway, there are no trophies here. And we really have to go. Why are we even playing this? I put down the flamingo. This is a waste of time, you guys. We have to focus on finding Frankie. I'm sure that's why you want to stop, Abby, Penny says sing-songy. It is, I insist. It totally is. Well, it's most of the reason anyway. Thanks for letting us play, Robin says to the Ace of Diamonds. Anytime, the card says, and salutes us. We leave the croquet court and keep walking, scanning the garden for Frankie. What is that smell? Robin says. The smell of flowers, I ask. The smell of losing, Penny asks. Roll my eyes. The smell of dessert, Robin says. Oh my goodness, my stomach is growling. So is mine, again. I'm starving too, Penny says. I only had a few potato chips for breakfast, and we never got the spaghetti that Sheila promised us. Wait, you had potato chips for breakfast, I say? Penny shrugs. My parents are busy getting ready for their trip. Sometimes my parents are in a rush in the morning, but we always have breakfast together, even if it's a quick bowl of cereal. Jonah always dribbles milk on his pajamas. I kind of feel bad for Penny. Kind of. Hi, girls, a grandfatherly voice says. I turn around and I gasp. Standing in front of us is a bunny. A white bunny with long white ears. He's wearing a little red coat, silver-rimmed glasses, and a bow tie. And he is our size. Oh, it's the White Rabbit from the story. Even I recognize him. He's the character who says, I'm late for a very important date. No time to say hello, goodbye. I'm late. I love that part of the movie, by the way. Yes, that. The bunny looks at her strangely. Right. I suppose I am. I overheard you saying you were hungry, and I thought I'd point out where you could get some food. That's so nice of you, Robin says. The bunny motions to the long table on the other side of the croquet lawn. Right there, do you see? There are a bunch of pies. You are welcome to help yourself. I made them. Thank you so much, Robin says. You are the sweetest. Penny narrows her eyes. They're not carrot pies, are they? Carrot pies? The bunny makes a funny face. No, disgusting. I would never bake a carrot pie. I would never even eat a carrot. Carrots are a vile, vile food, and I would rather eat dirt than carrots. Okay then, I guess contrary to popular thought, not all rabbits like carrots. My cousin doesn't like chocolate. It's incredibly weird, but it happens. Thank you, I say. I could eat some pie right now. Who doesn't like pie? I love all kinds of pie. Chocolate pie, banana cream pie, key lime pie, and lemon meringue pie. I also love all those pies, by the way. Have you seen our friend by any chance? Robin asks the bunny. She's our height, dark hair, red glasses. I flush. I should be thinking about Frankie, not pies. The bunny nods. I believe I have. What? A zing goes down my spine. You have? Where? Is she okay? I believe she went that way, the bunny says, pointing beyond the table toward the forest. Thank you, I say. Hurrah! He saw Frankie. That means we're on the right track. We have to go find her. And maybe get a pie on the way? You're the best, I say. I am. I really am. Toodles, the bunny says before waving his tiny bunny hands and hopping off in the other direction. Come on, Robin says. We need energy. Let's have a few bites of pie, then go rescue Frankie. Okay, good. I'm not the only one who could really use some pie. Robin, Penny, and I hurry over to the table. The pies are tiny, more like tarts. They have fruit on top instead of inside. They look delish. I think they're strawberry. Yum! Penny does not pick up a tart. Penny, why don't you take one, I ask. They look strange, she says. She crosses her arms over her chest and turns away. I think I'll pass. I don't normally eat pies baked by small animals. Suit yourself. Just don't complain to me when you're hungry later. I am kind of hungry, Penny admits. Fine, I'll try one, but you better not shrink again or get poisoned. I can't make any promises, but I trust the white rabbit. I'll look for a fork. Do you see any utensils? Nope, Robin says. I guess we have to use our hands, I say. Penny frowns, picking up the tart for herself. That's gross. They're in pastry dishes. So just use your hand as a scooper, I say. Penny looks horrified. Come on, I say. Follow me. I stick my hand into the side of the pie and try and edge my fingers underneath. Squishy. Jonah would love this. I see. Penny scoops up a big piece, makes a face, but copies us. This better be tasty. It will be, I say. It's strawberry. You like strawberries, don't you? She nods. Then let's go. 1, 2, 3. Wait, Robin squeals. Pie pick. She takes out her phone. It's still 6 o'clock. The clock must be broken. She snaps a picture of me lifting my hand and carrying a large scoop of tart to my mouth. Great shot, she says. Then she takes a bite and snaps a selfie. I chew. Wait a sec. Blech! What's wrong with these strawberries? I cry, spitting out the pie into my other hand. Yuck, Penny says, scrunching her face. Poison! Poison! I repeat in a scream. Guys, Robin says, swallowing, it's not poison, it's tomato. Oh, I say, feeling silly. A savory pie. I'm not having any more, Penny says, spitting the mushed up tart to the ground. Forget it. It's good, Robin says. I swear, try it again. I take another bite. It's not that bad this time. Now that I know what it's supposed to be, it's actually pretty tasty. It's just a shock to the system when you expect something and you end up getting something else. Something totally different. Like, if you think there's milk in your cup, but it's really orange juice. I like orange juice, but I don't want it if I'm expecting milk. You know? Especially if I'm expecting chocolate milk. Hey, hey, I hear from behind us. I turn around to see one of the cards waving her hands frantically. It's the three of clubs. Her hair is in a long black ponytail, and the bottom of her card is shaped like a skirt. What are you doing? She yells. She does not look happy with us. Just having some pie, Robin responds, lifting her hand to take another bite. Stop that, the three of clubs yells. I spot an actual club in her hand. Woo. The three of clubs yells. I spot an actual club in her hand, like the kind of club used to hit people, typically found in caveman cartoons. And she is pointing the club at us. You are eating the Queen's tarts. The Queen's tarts? Huh? Those aren't the Queen's tarts, I say. There must be a misunderstanding. These are the rabbit's pies. They most certainly are not, the three of clubs scoffs. They are definitely the Queen's, and you ate them. Do you know what she does to thieves? She beheads them. She can't behead me, Penny whispers. I have such pretty hair. You are eating the Queen's tarts, the three of clubs repeats in a screech. But, I completely deny it, but I'm covered in tart crumbs. We'll just explain we took only one bite each, Robin says. Maybe she'll forgive us. 6 other card people appear from behind the three of clubs. All of them look angry. All of them are holding clubs in scary positions. Now, some of the spade cards are here too, and they're holding spades. Large metal spades. Thieves, the five of clubs shouts as he charges toward us. Off with their heads, yells the 6. Penny, Robin, I whisper, run! All right, chapter 6. I'm going to record that in a second after I finish this one.